Okay, we have a narrated sparring session, no gi, from my master cycle, and this is street sparring, so strikes. So he starts in the mount, and I've already got his hand wrapped, and I've got his body hugged, so it's quite an easy trap and roll. Notice I walked north, like upwards, to take him off balance just before I rolled. A little trick I do. And now what I'm doing is just going to control his hands from here, his arms, sorry, with my hands wrapped around his tricep. As soon as I get the opportunity, I'm going to posture up, like that, try and sit up. I want as little resistance from them as possible when I do that. Now I'm looking to pass, got to slice my knee through for the pass, and I achieve the side control. He was pushing up, so when they do that I normally go to the knee on stomach just for control, and now I'm going to slide over for the mount. Again, when you first enter the mount you want maximum control, just have your hands out. He hugged my body, so I step up with the same side leg that he hugged my body, and use my other knee to go over his hands. It's like a trap, an arm trap on both sides, and it kind of completely exposes his face to the striking. And I can use my hands for base, and also the arm is exposed now for this submission. It's like a kind of like an omoplata from the mount. Okay, so we're going to start again now. I'm going to let him start back in the mount. So again, I'm going to put my hands around his triceps. So it's very similar to what I did when I was in the top of his guard. And when he's low, this just protects me. It stops him from wrapping my head, it stops him from striking me. It stops him from being able to pin my arms and isolate them. It's a very useful technique. And if he sits up, of course, I'll just push him off. And now again, I'm looking for that trap and roll, but he lifts his leg up, so I'm going for an elbow escape. Now, as soon as I manage to wrap his arm, I go back for the trap and roll. There it failed, but watch me walk north now. I'm going to walk myself away up north and then roll him over. Yeah, it's a nice little trick that works really good. Quite near the edge of the mat now, so I think we're going to move over. So same thing as I did before. I've got my hands on his tricep, and when the opportunity arises, I'm just going to try and posture, sit up, keep my hips down, my knees wide, there we go, pushing his stomach. And now when he starts to turn like that, I'm going to stand up and get into a position ready to pass. It's kind of like an X pass, stepping around the legs and then quickly switching sides. And you see I can't get my right hook in now, he's blocking it, so watch, I throw a few strikes to the face, and then he lifts his hand to block his face, and then I shoot the hook in. So remember, the strikes are there to not only so you can defend against them, or practice defending against them, but also so you can practice using them to get submissions. You see, as he falls in, my arm slips under his chin and I get the full rear naked choke. Anytime someone's face down like that, it's slightly easier to get under the chin because their hands are busy holding their face off the ground, and people just generally don't tuck their chin quite as much when they're face down like that. It's easy to get the chokes. He's going to start again on top. So he's just starting to side man, he's got the full controls, cross face, he's hugging my head and under the arm the opposite side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold him close, so he doesn't have the room he needs to try and submit me or punch me. And what this will do is frustrate him, and he'll create too much space. He'll try and create more and more space as I hug onto him, and then suddenly I reverse it and swim my right hand under his arm so I can make a frame. Again, I want to be on that tricep just like I do from the guard, just like I did from the bottom of the mount. As soon as I can swim that hand in, it's going to be better for me, and then I'll try and free my left hand. I've also got my right knee, the knee closest to him, checking his hip. See how I did that? And I get the other hand in. Now he's trying to spin for an arm lock, and basically his attempt to try and submit me allowed me to get out. That's the best way to escape, just safe hands and then escape when they make a mistake. So I'm back in the mount, I'm going to pin his arm again now, and from this position, when I pin the arm, there's like three things: triangle, spiral arm bar, take the back. They're the things I'm going to try and do when I pin someone's arm like this. At the moment, it looks like I'm dropping for a spiral arm bar. Now I need to slide away from him slightly, so I'm on the elbow. It's an under the armpit elbow. So look, I punch him in the face, and that makes him move his hand, and then I can get into position. I'm going to quickly explain to him what I was up to just then, so he can understand.
It's good though, that's what it's for. Punches are for divert your attention, open you up, and submit you. I don't want to win with the striking. Yes, but how can you not, right? In a real street fight, if I punch you bare fist straight in the eye, now you're going to do this.
Cool, so yeah, I was just going through that with him. You know, the striking is a really important part of using jiu-jitsu on the street. With the children, we tell them they can't punch or kick just because quite often they're going to be using these systems in a bullying situation, and it's not always appropriate. So I managed to shrimp out there. As soon as he went under my armpit, it's easy. I can just push him south and shrimp my knee out. I'm not saying that's a wrong thing to do, because the twister you get from that position and some other stuff. Okay, shoot the guillotine, side guard, he rolls and I follow him over. That's actually today's class. We did that today in the master cycle. Yeah, good roll, Nick. Really nice.